Puma is opposing Tiger Woods' brand Sunday Red from registering and using its logo because, according to Puma, it looks similar to its leaping cat logo, and this has the likelihood of confusing consumers. It's a head scratcher, at least for me, because Puma is in fact saying that there are people who will actually get duped into thinking that this logo has something to do with Puma. But I guess you never know. Humans have believed in far stranger things. Anyway, Puma is saying that Sunday Red is infringing Puma's intellectual property. They own the Leaping Cat logo in terms of trademark, and Tiger Woods has no business using a similar looking one. I understand that intellectual property means everything for the big brands because that's where they milk their millions. Every trademark, patent, and copyright is fiercely protected. But what is a trademark? What's a patent and what's a copyright? Let's get down to the basics. A trademark applies to a word, phrase, design, or a combination of those things. A logo, for example, identifies a specific company, individual, product, or service. A classic example is the swoosh, designed by Carolyn Davidson and registered by Nike as a trademark in 1974. And because trademark identifies an entity, product, or service, the trademark also differentiates that entity, product, or service from all other similar ones. Case in point, the swoosh on a shoe identifies that shoe as a Nike product, distinguishing it from, say, an Adidas shoe. A trademark must be renewed usually every 10 years, so technically a trademark will not expire for as long as the registered owner renews ownership. A patent is a legal right that allows the exclusive production and selling of an invention. It can be a chemical composition, a mechanical process, or a design for articles of manufacture. How long it remains exclusive varies per country. Take the original Nike Air cushioning tech, for example. It's basically a mechanical invention patented in 1979 by Marion Frank Rudy, a former NASA engineer, under US Patent 4219945. Nike describes it as pressurized gas encapsulated in polyurethane. However, that patent has already expired back in 1997, which explains why you see similar looking tech and shoes from other brands these days without getting sued. Skechers has a couple of them. Generally, a copyright gives creators exclusive use to their original intellectual creations. These include the sketches of shoe designs, such as Tinker Hatfield's sketches of multiple Nike shoes. A copyright owner has the exclusive right to reproduce and distribute copies of their work, display and perform the work in public, and derive other works from the copyrighted material. Depending on the situation, a copyright can exist between 70 to 120 years. After that time, the work becomes part of the public domain, free for everyone to use, and may no longer be recopyrighted. So, in a nutshell, a trademark covers logos and other symbols or marks that identify a brand. A patent covers inventions, and a copyright protects authorship. In the case of Puma and Sunday Red, the issue involves trademark. So, will Puma win this one? I ask because laws are far too important to be left solely in the hands of lawyers. The general standard is that there's trademark infringement of a logo, for instance, if it creates a likelihood of confusion for consumers about the source of the product. Not actual, but just the likelihood of confusion. Most sneakerheads will probably not get confused, not even remotely. And I think the same is true for fans of Puma, especially long-term aficionados. I think the question mainly hangs over the average consumer who probably doesn't bother to ask questions. Are you one of them?